I think by this day and age that pretty much everyone has heard of the Call of Duty series of games, but do you all know where it comes from? How many modern gamers have actually played the first Call of Duty on PC or the subsequent port that apparently made its way to Xbox Live Arcade on the Xbox 360, which I just learned was a thing this past week? Maybe a few, though I will say it's a game that doesn't really warrant a new purchase at the price it's normally sold for. If you can catch it on sale, that's the best way to get it. I actually still own it on PC on a disc. That tells you how far back that goes. But I don't think I can recommend it for the $20 price tag Activision tends to keep on all the old Call of Duty games. With all that said, it is an okay game that can be finished in around 5 hours or so, depending really on how many walls you hit. Because the game can get kinda cheap feeling, which is a weird thing to say, because you're liable to run into things you're not expecting and get messed up pretty quick. I think almost to an extent it could have been called Man vs. MG42 the game, because you run into so many MG42 nests that it becomes a bit stale. But at the same time, that falls into a fairly realistic sort of difficulty, just on the basis that you never know what is around the next corner. Unless, of course, you've played the game enough times to remember it all, which I certainly haven't. Anyway, for what it is and for what it was, it's nicely grounded in reality, and you might actually learn something historical from it. Graphically, it's fine. It's not going to blow your socks off or anything, but it holds up okay. By default, the game can't be put into 1920 by 1080, so if you hate those black bars on the sides of the screen, may not be for you. But other than that, it looks alright. I especially appreciate some weapon models, like the Thompson submachine gun, and how you can see the Auto Ordnance logo on top of it. Maybe I just watch too much Forgotten Weapons on YouTube. But I found this to be a pretty nice touch, especially from such an old game. Gameplay wise, I'm sticking with it and saying the difficulty felt a bit forced and kind of cheap, especially at certain sections. For example, the mission called Pavlov's House, where you have to try to destroy a handful or so of incoming tanks with anti-tank rifles that are set up on different sides of this apartment complex. And at the same time, German soldiers are constantly running into the building, and it ends with you literally holding out to the last man standing, waiting until reinforcements arrive, reinforcements in quotations, waiting until they arrive for the level to just end. Which again feels sort of realistic in a way, but maybe not the best way to implement difficulty in a game, as certain parts can be infuriating just because it boils down to trial and error, which is a subjective thing. I mean, people go crazy over Dark Souls and Elden Ring, which is pretty much just trial and error. I just don't find Call of Duty as satisfactory or fulfilling. The conquest doesn't feel as bountiful or triumphant. So really, it boils down to whatever floats your boat. Another note on gameplay is that the controls are fairly modern for the most part on PC. There's no sprint though, which is fine, because really, you're better off taking your time peeking around corners like it's Rainbow Six Siege or something. So, in exploring the series, it's off to a fairly good start. I don't know that I can comment much on the story. None of it seems too far-fetched, and there are some pretty decent action set-piece moments. Those feel like an action movie, which is fine. Keeps things sort of interesting. But none of it is too off-the-wall crazy either. Looking at you, Vanguard. Well, we might if I make it through the whole series. Or maybe I should just stick to the World War II games. I don't know for sure yet. Anyway, once again, I would say that Call of Duty, the first one from 2003 on PC, is an okay game. Like 6 or 7 out of 10. It works fine. It's fun enough. Challenging enough, though to me, it can feel cheap. It looks fine overall, without any kind of nostalgia blinders. It's fine. That's about all I've got to say. So, thanks for watching. Thanks to my patron, Swift Logic. If you like the video, click like and share and all that. check out my other reviews and stuff. And as always, remember to be safe and be good. And I hope to catch you in the next one.